Hello, everybody, and welcome into the SFA Season 15 College Football Playoff. We are here for the Rose Bowl Semifinal. We just came over from the Orange Bowl, and your Baylor Bears, the number 5 seed, have done it. They have taken down that 8-9 seed that's been pestering the CFP for years on end, and they will go to the national championship and face the winner of our game here. Let me know if you can hear me before we get started, but we've got two great teams. We got number 2 Fresno State, the best record in the country. They have the only 99 overall quarterback in the country in Chadley Brown on your screen, and they're taking on the team that just feels like the team of destiny, number 3 Nebraska. They have been through the ringer, the highest of highs, the absolute lowest of lows in this season, but all of it to this point, one game against Fresno State to head to the national championship to face the Baylor Bears. As always, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. We are moving to the new game. We're finishing up Season 15 right on cue, as our national championship game will be tomorrow, and then we'll go into the new game. Now, we will go on a bit of a hiatus here for maybe a week or two, but we'll get all of our players imported over, and it will be a grand time. So join the Discord, lock down a team, and start learning the ropes, as it's going to be a ton of fun. And as always, if you are watching live, we are affiliated, so feel free to drop a Twitch Prime sub. It helps us out greatly. Whoever wins the national championship trophy, we use those funds to send them a actual trophy. We send them a care package as well with a bunch of fun stuff. So Flame or one of these coaches, Kennelly or Zach, will be getting that. So help us out, use a sub, and yeah, it's going to be a great time. If you do want to help support us as well, check out Home Field Apparel. They've been dropping some great stuff over the last couple of months, so check them out. Use code SFA for 15% off. But we are going to get in, and we are going to look at Nebraska first. They are led by quarterback Julius Swain, the redshirt junior, 93 overall. He is an absolute beast. He's very up and down. He either throws a lot of touchdowns, runs for a lot of them, but he also throws some picks. So watch out for him. Brandon Adams, just a do-it-all running back. Very, very good player. Sam Bray here, 85 overall. Wide receivers, you've got Arian Green Davis. He will be in the slot. You got Washiko Johnston on the outside and Bobby Williams on the other side. Very good trio there. At tight end, you got Casey Colvin. Their offensive line led by Pat Malahalo, the SFA player. Very good guy there. One of the best offensive lines in the country. Probably the only team better than them is going to be Baylor. So they got Todd Lawson, who looks like he's hurt. So Reggie Willingham plays there. And then John Abrams in the middle, along with Nick Gallagher and Justin Martin. On the outside, on defense, you got Mark Jones, Jeremy Long, and dual SFA players in the middle, Ping Mayorga and Doug Duthie. At linebacker, you've got SFA players Jerome Everclear, Jakeem Abobo, and Jacob Phillips. Stick Stackle is the SFA player, but he is on the depth chart. And at corner, the brightest part of this team, Quentin Appleby and Chase Boggs, the SFA duo. And it's going to be a trio because Tubby Page has stepped in for Stephen Moore. He is the safety, so he's another SFA player because Stephen Moore is hurt. So, and on the other side, you got Fresno State raising up the pass slider. So these three guys taking it personal. They are locked in, ready to go in this Rose Bowl. And in the back, you got SFA player Davion Tart, the transfer from Old Dominion. And you've got Blair Olson. At kicker, it's Dustin Mathis, 16 of 20 on the year, 89 power, 70 accuracy. And let's go take a look at Fresno State, who just came off an absolute classic in the Fiesta Bowl. They were leading for most of that game and came back with a game-winning drive against USC with a beautiful pass by Chadley Brown to win it. The best quarterback in the country leading this G5 team to the semifinal. We'll see if he can get them all the way across the finish line. But Chadley Brown, 99 overall. This team starts and ends with him. At running back, Ben McDonald. You've got wide receivers, Marvin Butler. You had Marcus Mitchell, who made that brilliant catch. You had Michael Williams. Michael Bishop. It might have been they have like 7 Michaels here. I don't know who caught it. Fred Hart is his safety blanket. He is his number 1 receiver. You got to take him away if you're Nebraska. And then their offensive line looks like this. Very weak across the board compared to these guys. Right side better than the left side. And on defense, you got the SFA player who absolutely went ham against USC. Tango Sadiqui, see if he can do it again. And on the other side, Eric Pennington. In the middle, you got Ricky Johnston, Mario Phillips. They have a very deep defensive tackle core here. Linebackers are Trey Holt, Jonathan Jackson, and Patrick Clark. And on the outside, you got Ben Coles, who had 2 interceptions against USC, Frank Scott, and Matt Reed. And at safety, you got the SFA reject Marcus Vilma, and you've got Michael George. And their kicker is Ian Cross. He is 82 power and 79 accuracy, so very doable here. Coach Canelli, let me know what jerseys you want. I already know what Zach wants. But Zach, do you want the blacks or the whites for the black shirts? And let me get our prediction going. This one not nearly as close as the other one. The other one was 90 overall, both on paper. This one's a little bit outstretched here. Can Nebraska get it done? Can they get to the national championship in such a ridiculous year, or will it be Fresno State? Will Fresno State shock the world and make a run to the national championship? Who you got? Let me get my thumbnail here. This is the Rose Bowl semifinal. Our first one didn't really live up to the hype in terms of a very close game down to the wire. So we'll see if this one does it. But we got the Rose thumbnail here. Remember, both games today will be available on YouTube tonight. And we will have highlights out tonight as well. National championship will be tomorrow. And Fresno State wants the all-white. So Zach has to go with, since he's the higher seed, he has to go with the black shirts here, and we'll go just black on everything here, and then the black shirts. Here we go. So we got to go black shirts away here. White, or no, sorry, it's the black shirts home. Sorry, not sure what I'm thinking here. Alright, so all black versus all white. This is going to be a great one, folks. We got people voting for both sides. A lot of bobbing us on the line here in the semifinals. Remember, who is going to face Baylor in the national championship tomorrow? It will be at 7 p.m. Eastern, live right here on SFA Twitch. And we're going to do the transfer portal this weekend, so stay on your toes. It will be a one-day affair. And then next week, I will be streaming all day, every day. I got the week off for the new game, so if you want to play me live on stream, check it out. We'll be doing, probably on Monday, I will be live when the game drops, and probably doing like my first impressions, probably do like a little Colorado versus Colorado State, maybe check out Dynasty, and then I'll start playing head-to-head with you guys once the servers settle down. It's going to be a ton of fun. Cannot wait for the new game. And it's all going to be here. We're going to be doing a Dynasty here as well. So here we go, though. We got the Rose Bowl semifinal. Here we go. Can Zach... Two great storylines here. Chadley Brown taking a G5 all the way, or you got Zach overcoming every obstacle in his way. If you remember, to even make it here, he had to have Iowa State fall off a map, lose 3 games, completely out of his control. He had to win out against top 10 teams. He had to win the Big 12 championship. Then he had to beat Southern Miss. Now he has to beat Fresno. Everything's been falling their way. You got one of the best pass offenses in the country in front of you. This game lives and dies with Quentin Appleby, Chase Boggs, and Tubby Page. Can they stop Chadley Brown? USC could not. Dylan Sarnecki, Sharif Simpkins couldn't. Is Chase Boggs that man? If he takes a pick back on this game, I will scream at the top of my lungs. This is going to be a fantastic game. We got the Rose Bowl. We've got no rain. We always have a semifinal with rain. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Nice. Yeah, take it. I mean, I have all my vacation time. I took it. As you know, I don't really take vacations because I've been running on the same 5-day schedule for the last 2.5 years running the SFA, so haven't taken a break. So we shall see. Only breaks I take are maybe I push back game day one day. So here we go. Fresno State, Nebraska, the 2 and the 3 seed. Who will face the 5? Gonna be an unbelievable game here. All red, all over the place. Fresno State in the whites, Nebraska in their black shirts. And they will kick it away. We'll see Chadley Brown first here. As we are off, the CFP Rose Bowl semifinal will start with Fresno. And they fumble it. He picks it up. All right. So Chadley Brown out here first. How will they handle the pressure? We'll start with a handoff here to McDonald, and he goes for 3. Ben McDonald had a great game against USC. That was a very surprising result. I would not be surprised if Fresno State hangs with them here. Everybody and their mother picked Nebraska. See what happens. Chadley Brown over the middle, throws a dart, and there's his man, Fred Hart. You cannot let Fred Hart beat you today. Make it be somebody else. This is his safety net. He's going to look for Fred Hart early and often. He's been doing it for years. Split backs. It's going to be a Chadley keeper, and Tubby Page brings him down. The SFA freshman. He's only playing because Stephen Moore got injured. What a grab from Tubby Page to the Coach Dune player submission. 2nd and 13. Round the 50. Coach Kennelly. His first full year as a head coach. Chadley Brown. Yo, that was risky, but he fits it in there to Marvin Butler. This is an opportunistic Nebraska defense. They love to pick it, and they love to take it to the house. 3rd and 6 for Chadley. Cross the 50. No pressure. Hits that short, and he's going to be short. So first drive ends, and whoa. Fresno State's going for it on the opening drive. 4th and 2. It's going to be a handoff. McDonald gets it. What an aggressive play call here from Coach Kennelly, and it works out. So fresh set of downs now for Fresno State. They want to punch him in the mouth. Chadley, he has time. Dumps that short again. It's Fred Hart again. He breaks a tackle, and he gets up first. Oh, they brought the nasty mascot. What is he doing? First and 10, split backs. Chadley floats it out wide, and that's going to go for none. Second and 10. Inside the 30. Split backs here for Fresno. Great opening possession. They're going to hand this off out wide. He gets a block and pushes forward for 10. Dan Harper, the fullback. So Fresno getting creative here, moving the rock against a traditionally very stout Nebraska D. So 3rd down here. Chadley throws it over the middle. That's going to be a completion and a bit more. Boggs on the tackle. So Fresno coming up with a very long opening possession here. 6 for 6 for Brown to start. Dinking and dunking it, taking some time. Inside the 15. It's going to be a handoff, and McDonald gets maybe 1. Great job getting some positive yardage out of that one. As we're inside 6 minutes. This drive's taken over a third of the first quarter. Now at the 12. Chadley Brown in shotgun. 2nd and 9. Man in motion, it's Hart. They fake it to Hart. He throws it to the running back. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another. Cuts inside. What a run from Ben McDonald. Third and 1 here for Fresno. Brown Has time. Out the back of the end zone. Off the goalpost. And they kick the field goal here. So they'll settle it for 3 after a big drive. Kick is up, and it's good for State. So great start here for Fresno State. They take about half the first quarter off, and they add 3 points. We'll now see how Nebraska handles it coming on out. They might be a little cold now after warm-ups, sitting on the sidelines, but we are in beautiful Pasadena, California. It is a crisp 93 degrees here today, so it's a bit warm, bit toasty. Looking at my my temperature gauge here at SFA HQ, and they hand this one off. That's Washiko, and he gets 14 to start it. Getting a live weather update here. This is a Nebraska offense that loves to keep it on the ground when they can. Fresno State did a great job at bottling up Brandon Sanders against USC, forcing him to throw it. See if they can do that here. Split backs here for Swain. Arian Green Davis in motion. 2nd and 4. They're going to throw it here early. They float that. Wide open man. That's Bobby Williams. Going to get 21. So interesting strategy here from Coach Zach, throwing it earlier than he wants to. Normally when we see Nebraska live, they like to pretty much run like 9 straight times to open the game. But they're inside the 30 here. 4 wide. Half the quarter gone already. Quick option, and floats that out to Adams, and he's tripped up. What a play from the linebacker. Saving a ton of yards there. 2nd and 8 now for the Cornhuskers. Once again, 4 wide. Man in motion, that's Robinson. Gonna run some triple O. Flips that. No, he decides to keep it there. Gets a first for Julius Swain. Swain has just had basically an emergence here in the second half of the season. He's been fantastic. 1st and 10 now in the red zone. Driving right down the field. He floats that out. That is the running back. He finds the outside, and Maurice Smith gets 6. Backup RB. 2nd and 4 now here for the Cornhuskers. Nobody covering Arian Green Davis. Watch out for that. Obviously zone here. Over the middle, and Bobby Williams gets the first. 1st and goal now here for the Cornhuskers. Inside the 10, goal to go. They're driving right down. Can Nebraska take an early lead? It's going to be Swain keeping it to the outside, and he is bottled up. Maybe gets 1. Very interesting start here. Some long drives from both sides. Not a lot of big plays. 2nd and goal. Swan back in the shotgun. Green Davis back in motion to the backfield. Could be that shovel option. A keeper from Swain, and he gets nothing. 3rd down here. Third down for Nebraska. Can Fresno get a stop? It's going to be a throw. Over the middle. Caught! Touchdown, Nebraska! Bobby Williams gives them the lead. Looked like great coverage, but he just found the pocket. What a play. The safety just wasn't looking. So touchdown Nebraska. Both teams score in their opening possession. But Nebraska able to finish. We'll see how Coach Kennelly responds here. Remember, Kennelly got stopped inside the 10. They didn't decide to go for it. So very evenly matched games so far. We'll see what Fresno does on their second drive if they can start getting the big play working. Here we go at the 25. Pistol for Chadley. Going to be a counter play. A hole opens up for McDonald. And surprisingly, this Fresno State offensive line is getting a bit of a push here. Nebraska defensive line is the weakest part of their defense. So split backs. Both go out for routes. He throws that deep and hits his man. What a catch from Butler. First down, Fresno. It's Chadley Brown. He is cooking here in the Rose. No slow start for him as he loses yardage, though, on this carry. Ping Mayorga, the Buffalo transfer, got on out there. Ping Mayorga was redshirted last year in that semifinal loss for Buffalo against A&M. So 2nd and 11 now here for Chadley. 2 tight ends set. They bring a blitz. Tubby Page, and he fires a rocket in the face of pressure. Chadley is the best quarterback in the country. Very risky to blitz him like that. He only won a 299 overalls in the game right now. So across the 45 here, pistol set for Chadley. Fred Hart motions to the slot. Nobody picks him up. Chadley yamming it deep, and it just leads him slightly out of bounds. So 2nd and 10 now, split backs. Over the middle, and that's going to go for 6. 85-15 is the max you can go, Kennelly. So 3rd and 4 here for Fresno. Quick snap. They're going to hand this off to McDonald on 3rd. He stiffies a man and gets the first. Great run. Fresno State, man, they're running well. I know he put it max pass, but 1st and 10 now. Chadley drops back. They're driving. He floats this one out of bounds. 2nd and 10 now, inside the 30, threatening the red zone. Safety coming down. No deep safety help. Brown floats that out to Fred Hart, who's wide open. He's pushed out by Appleby. Be 3rd and 1. Last play of the quarter here. 3rd and 1, and they're not going to get it off. So at the end of 1 here in the Rose Bowl semifinal, it is Nebraska up 7-3. Very slow moving, very methodical game so far. Fresno State driving on their 2nd possession of the game. See what happens. 3rd and 1. Split backs for Fresno. They're going to throw this. Dumps that off, and that is a catch for the fullback who breaks one, pushes Boggs, and Wright gets 10. Chadley Brown, man, is so good at evading that rush. Knew exactly where they were, exactly when his guy was going to release, but he can't flip this one out. -3 yards. Jeremy Long on the tackle. So inside the 10 now. Second and goal. Can Nebraska get another goal line stop? Hand this one off. They get a hole. Breaks a tackle. Whoa, that's a face mask. Where's the call? Boo! What are these refs doing? Third and goal now after they get screwed. Man in motion. Chadley takes off. He breaks one. He finds the outside, and he goes down. Davion Tart. 4th down. They're going to kick it again. So Nebraska gets a stop again. Pull within 1. The kick is good. So Fresno, once again, looks like they're leaving points on the field. Would like to get a couple touchdowns there. Field goals are great, but got to have this defense step up now. They angle that to the corner. This could be dangerous for Arian Green Davis and his speed. He cuts outside. He has one man to beat, and he doesn't beat him. So here comes Nebraska out at the 41. And breaks a tackle. Breaks another. What a play. He's still running. Maurice Smith, baby. Look at the effort. That is the effort of a man who wants a natty. Remember, Nebraska, they went to the Season 12 National Championship. Just like Baylor in Season 11, they came up as the runner-up after they lost to Buffalo. So we could have, if Nebraska is able to win this, we could have two teams that had been to the Natty once before, lost the game, and now are trying to win it. Fresno State, this would be their first time in the national championship. So 2nd and 14 now. That's a handoff here to Brandon Adams. Or no, it's Maurice Smith. So, I mean, Maurice Smith's getting a lot of run here. Is Brandon Adams out? I don't think so. He's right there. Julius Swain threatens the screen. He ends up throwing it. I wonder if there's going to be a penalty here, but Washiko gets 12. It's still 4th, but it was crazy. And they're going for it. Nebraska going for it here. 4th and inches plus territory. Triple option. Swain floats it out. He gets it in a lot more. Brandon Adams gets 12. Drive continues. Missed opportunity there for the Bulldogs. Split backs. Aaron Green Davis to the backfield. Shovel option. Julius Swain. He floats out. Oh, that was risky. But it works. Here comes Nebraska trying to extend this lead to 8. Quick option here. Swain can't get it done. Yes, sir. If you're just missing, it was an 11-point victory for Baylor. VOD and highlights will be out tonight. Worth the watch. Texas did make it interesting. Got triple option now. Julius Swain has an open path. Oh, and he's marked down by, that's Vilma, the SFA reject. Big play there from the safety, keeping him down. We didn't see Vilma hardly at all in the USC game. Now halfway through this second quarter. NCAA 14 era on its last breath here. 3rd and 1. Fresno desperate for a stop. It's going to be a throw. Swain takes off, and he gets through. Touchdown, Nebraska! Julius Swain does it himself. He enters the muck, and it finds his way out. What a play there from a Swain. Individual effort. So here's the kick to put him up 8. And that's the difference in the ball game, folks. Both teams have gotten into the inside the 10 on both of their drives, but Nebraska gets tutties, Fresno gets field goals. And that's an 8-point lead. So we'll see if Chadley Brown can find a way to punch it in. Nice angle to the outside, gets to the 30. So 1st and 10 now here for Fresno. Backs kind of against the wall here for Chadley. They've got to stop settling for field goals. Chadley keeps it. He does have a little bit of wiggle, but he gets only 1. It was Tubby Page who mixed that tackle. Fresno State now, 2nd and 9. Plenty of time. Handoff here to McDonald. He's been doing really well today. He only gets 3, though, here. So a 3rd down coming. So Fresno 3rd down. 6 yards to go. Chadley, nice throw, and he gets it with ease. Broken tackle for McDonald. He turns it into 16. What a run. McDonald came to play today. No question, Nebraska has had one of the most ridiculous seasons of all time. It's no question. This is the season of Nebraska. 1st and 10 now for Chadley. They bring a blitz. Chadley throws it, wide open man. That's his boy, Fred Hart. 1st down. The Bulldog loves it. 14 of 17 start for Brown. He's shown up, but you got to finish these drives. Hand off to McDonald to the outside. He cuts up field, and he gets 5. Clock continues to run. Nebraska will get the ball here to start the 2nd half. Pistol. One-on-one top of your screen here. We haven't seen much from Boggs or Appleby. Not a lot of great coverage. That's another easy 8 yards. Yeah, Fresno State started 0-1, lost in OT. Has not lost since. Best record in the nation. 1st and 10. They're the only one-loss team in the country entering the playoff. Handoff now, and that is 1-yard rush. So it looks like they're trying to run some time off as well. Don't let Nebraska get another chance here to steal a possession, steal some points. 2nd and 9 here for Chadley as they continue to methodically drive down the field, and he's going nowhere. Another 3rd down here for Fresno. Trying to avoid another field goal kick. 4-7 on the day. 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Split backs. What is the call? Only 4 rush. Brown over the middle, off his head. Oh, he almost brought it in anyways. Missed opportunity there for the Fresno State Bulldogs, and they have to settle for another attempt. This is the longest attempt, though, of the day. It's going to be 42 yards from left hash. Kick is up, and it's wide right. Not only can you not miss these touchdown opportunities, you cannot miss these field goals. That one's going to haunt them. Nebraska takes over. 2 minutes. They get the ball after half. They have all 3 timeouts. Nebraska has a chance to really put a dent in this morale for Fresno. That goes out of bounds. Second and 8 now for the Cornhuskers, the Bug Eaters. Handoff here, Brandon Adams up the gut, and they stop him. Who will face Coach Flame and the Baylor Bears? Cornhuskers, who have not faced them, or Fresno State. 3rd and inches. Split back's going to be a quick option. He doesn't get it! What a stop from Fresno! Exactly what they needed. Swain couldn't find a way to pitch it. Here comes Fresno. They have another chance here before halftime. Minute 14, 2 timeouts. Chance to tie this game up, or at least cut into the lead. First and 10. Chadley, quick option. That's not going to do you much. Loss of 4. Jeremy Long feasting on these. His 3rd TFL of the day. Says please and thank you. Tournament of Roses, the Rose Parade. All leading to this. 2nd and 14. Pick up the blitz. It's a floaty and a beautiful pass. 1st down. Putting a little English on that one. So they hurry it up here. 45 seconds left. Another beautiful pass protection and another big play. This time to McDonald. Fresno starting to cook. Inside the 45. 40 seconds left. One timeout. Free blitzer. He gets it off. They get it out. And a big hit. He's still going down the sideline. Boggs brings him in. Chris Wright for 32. Fresno's catching lightning in a bottle. 30 seconds left. They're knocking on the door. Can they finally punch it home? They're on the 12. Handoff here to McDonald. To the outside, and he can't do anything. Not sure why they're running it here. They hurry it up. Chadley on the outside. He's not going to throw it. Down he goes. And another field goal attempt. This one, it's going to be a little closer now. A 36-yarder. And it's good for Fresno. They've had all four of their possessions have been inside the 30 of Nebraska, and they have 9 points. Field goals don't win games, folks. Oh my. I mean, you would have loved for him to be 4 for 4. It'd be 14-12, but keeping it a one-possession game, that's all you can ask for if you're Fresno. Got to hang in there. See if you can let Chadley get a game-winning drive. Handoff to Brandon Adams. Nothing much. And they're going to call a timeout here for Nebraska. So maybe we'll get a yam, see if they can get Green Davis. No, they're just going to call a timeout to get in victory formation. So as we head to halftime here in the Rose Bowl semifinal, number 3 Nebraska leads number 2 Fresno State 14-9. Nebraska will get the second half kick. Who's facing Baylor? Remember, folks, VODs will be available later tonight, highlights as well, and tomorrow will be the national championship game at 7 p.m. Eastern, live here on Twitch. Don't miss it. Then immediately following the Natty, we'll have the Team of the Year stream. We'll have all the end of season stuff like the what's that? The raffle ticket winner. And then we'll also, the transfer portal will come out some point tomorrow night. It might be 10 p.m. my time. It might be 3 a.m. my time. But it will be posted tomorrow night because we have to get it done this weekend. So you have all day Saturday to get your pitches in for the transfer portal. So keep an eye out, folks. Don't want you to miss it. It's one day only. As you look at the first half stats, you look at this and you'd think Fresno State's dominating. But they just can't punch it home, folks. They cannot punch it home. Dominating time possession, dominating pass yards, dominating everything. Line of scrimmage even, but no points. I mean, you're not screwed. You're not going to lose too much if you don't miss the transfer portal, but if you do miss it, you're going to be salty. So here we go, folks. Second half kickoff. The Cornhuskers will receive. See what they can do here. Turn gets to the 20. They haven't had the ball hardly at all. They have 2 touchdowns, though. First and 10. Julius Swain coming back. They've ran a lot of option today. See if he can start throwing the ball. I have yet to see a turnover. First and 10. Yam in this deep first play. He hits him. Bobby Williams and Vilma gives chase. He brings him down. Massive play to start the second half here. The Nebraska Yam to open the half. That will be tomorrow after the national championship. So part of getting the transfer portal set is I have to sim ahead and see who's declaring. Nebraska flips this out to Adams, and he gets himself about 7. Yeah, so it'll be late tomorrow night. So Nebraska already in motion here. But you guys will have all day Saturday to submit, so don't worry. Corner blitzes over the middle. Hits Arian Green Davis inside the 5. Nebraska coming out firing. They got flames coming out of their asshole right now. Trying to get this in for a 2-score lead. Here come the Cornhuskers. Can they take a commanding lead here in the Rose? Adams in motion. It's a handoff. And he gets stuffed. Second and goal now. Split backs. Swain's going to throw. It's an all-out blitz. They pick it up to the end zone. Touchdown, Arian Green Davis. He gives Nebraska a 2-score lead here in the Rose. And it's looking more and more like we have a Big 12 matchup here in the Natty. As Baylor and Nebraska have yet to face this year, that was going to be the Big 12 championship matchup. Had TCU not completely ruined Baylor's regular season, but it might have played into Baylor's hand as well. They got to skip the championship, but they had to play a first-round game. They barely survived that one against Cincinnati. They had the game-winning throw with 6 seconds left. Dominated Tennessee, dominated Texas. Whereas Nebraska's Mickey Mouse, man. They're facing 2 G5s back-to-back. So 1st and 10 for Chadley. Can they make this a game? Bam! Big play over the middle. This team's not going to go down without a fight, folks. Best record in the country. Highest scoring offense in the nation. They will not go down without a fight. And remember, folks, remember that Krispy Kreme of a Week 3 game day when Coastal Carolina came back from 27 with 5.5 minutes left. Delay give here. It's gonna be Nebraska up 20 with 2 minutes left in the Natty, and they're running the clock in victory formation. And Zach's jumping around his room, and I'm gonna be mentioning Coastal. Chadley Brown now here, 2nd and 7, throws that away. So 3rd down here for Fresno. I think they got to keep it going here. Empty for Chadley. He evades, and he only gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down. Fourth and 7. I don't know how he figured out how to recover. So here's going to be a return here from Green Davis. Nice stiffy there. But Nebraska getting here despite not winning one sim game is ridiculous. We should sim the Natty. You'll lose by 70. 1st and 10. Green Davis in motion. Takes the handoff. Swain. He has time. He doesn't decide to flip it. He takes 9. (21-9), plenty of time, over 15 minutes left, but feel like Fresno State has to generate something. They get a stop, but they give them the first. Ugh. Tough play call or spot right there. First and 10. Dumps this off to Adams. He gets a block, but can't make anything of it. Perfect day here for Julius Swain. 9 for 9, 2 tutties. Nobody covering Arian Green Davis in the slot. Now they motion him over late. Dumps that short. Oh, that was the chance. Michael George drops the pick. Third down now. Nebraska dumps this short, and that's going to be 4th down. Fresno gets a stop. So 4th down, Fresno will get the ball back. Exactly. Now you're buying Nebraska blue jeans and listening to our music. What is that? Is that a Plague Inc. reference? Or what is... No, is that Civilization? I think that's Civ 5. That's a cultural victory. So 1st and 10 now. Chadley dumps that off, trying to find Fred Hart, but it's a drop. Fresno got to figure it out on offense here. Pistol. Man in motion, it's Hart. Chadley has time. Chadley looking for the yam. He decides to pull it down, and he slides. Yeah, you can't win this game on field goals, unfortunately. Have to bring in those tutties. 3rd and 5. We're going to flip the play here. Hart is the go-to guy. We'll see what he can do here. Chadley. Corner blitz. Floats that late, and that's incomplete. Tough scenes here for Fresno. They've kind of just lost focus, I guess. Chadley's not... I mean, he's doing fine, but he's not making the same type of plays. Almost blocked. Geared up for a return now. Arian gets to the 40. But here comes Nebraska. And like we've seen even last week against, Southern Miss a couple of days ago, or throughout the season, this is the time where Julius Swain likes to play offense for the other team. So we'll see if he throws it to him. He throws that one to nobody. Nice jump pass there from Julius Swain. 2nd and 10 now. Fakes it, keeps it himself, finds some room, and breaks a tackle. 1st down, Julius Swain. First and 10, cross the 50 now for the Cornhuskers. A little over 12 minutes left in this game day. Will we find drama in the Rose Bowl semifinal? Is Swain is all alone again. Vilma can't bring him down. He cuts outside. That's a big gain for Swain. 20 yards for Swain. If Swain keeps playing like this, avoiding the critical mistakes that have plagued him this year, Nebraska could be headed to the national championship. Starting to get real here for the Blackshirts. 1st and 10, inside the 30. Hand off to Brandon Adams. He finds a hole. He pushes through. That's a first. Flame shivering in his boots right now. Three attempts, 3 touchdowns today in the red zone. Hands it off to Adams. He goes nowhere. Stood up. And name we haven't called today, Tango Siddiqui. Where has he been? He dominated USC, but not today. Getting cooked by that right tackle. So 2nd and 10 here, split backs. Motion, they throw it out to Adams in space. He has the edge. He breaks one. Siddiqui pushes him out. 3rd and 1 here for the Cornhuskers. Be a 15-point game if they can stop them. And Swain doesn't look like much, and they do. They get the stop. And they're going for it. Massive call here. Nebraska doesn't want the field goal. They want the tutty. Aggressive for sure. Here's the carry. It's nowhere. Fresno gets the stop. Turnover on downs. Aggression gets stuffed. Fresno has the rock. 11 and some change left. Can Chadley cook? They haven't scored since the 2nd quarter. Handoff here to McDonald. He's stuffed in the backfield. What a play there from the defender. That is Jeremy Long, his 5th TFL on the day. Jeremy Long doing his best to get that player of the game. 2nd and 14. Pistols, 2 tight ends. Motion. Handoff again to McDonald. Trying to find the outside. He goes nowhere. Boggs came up to make the play. Don't think you want to test Boggs in run defense. We kind of know how that ends if you watch the Iowa game. 3rd and 13 now. Empty for Chadley. Man in motion. Chadley has time. Yams that to the corner. 50-50. Tipped away by Appleby. 4th down. Like I said a little bit earlier, I think Fresno now has to rely on their defense. Can the defense get a special play? They got the turnover, but they need a more than just a turnover on downs. They need a pick or a fumble. First and 10 across the 40. Great field position here for Nebraska. Swain dumps that short. Completed to Richard Robinson for 7. It is crunch time, folks, as we approach the 10-minute mark here in the Rose Bowl semifinal. 1 game, 1 quarter left in the NCAA 14 era. Potentially something that we never thought would end. 2nd and 13. Second and 3 now inside the 50. Swain, they bring a blitz. He escapes. He goes up the middle. And he hangs on. 15 yards for Swain. My God, you guys are cooking like Michelin 5-star meals out here. Baked Alaskan salmon with hush puppies, Red Lobster biscuits. He's cooking. First and 10 now inside the 20. Floating that out wide, nothing doing. Swain now, he started 12 for 12. He's now 12-15. Second and 10. 3rd quarter trickling away. Hands it off to Adams. Oh, a big hole. He cuts outside. Touchdown, Nebraska. There it is. What a cut from Brandon Adams. (28-9), 19-point lead here for the Cornhuskers. Got a dislocated shoulder, only out 2 quarters. What a fucking madman. If I dislocated my shoulder, I'd be on the shelf for months. And that's from a desk job. All right, Fresno backs against the wall, down 3 scores. We've seen bigger collapses from Nebraska before, but I feel like the Coastal collapse happened so that Nebraska wouldn't do it in these situations. They're like ready for these G5s in the playoff, you know what I mean? It's like the perfect loss. So Southern Miss wouldn't trip them up, Fresno wouldn't trip them up. 2nd and 2, the handoff, and nothing. I will never not mention the Coastal game, but as we end the 3rd quarter here in the Rose Bowl semifinal, Nebraska can taste it. They can smell it. A date with Baylor, and not the Big 12 championship, the national championship game. 3rd and 1. Can you do something, Chadley? 9 minutes left. Quick option. That never is good. He stiffies Tubby. Oh, what a cut. Can that get this team in gear? This team lives and dies by the Chadley Brown performance. Was that enough to get him going? Chadley has some time. He steps up, delivers a strike. It's a complete, and he hangs on for 6. Second and 4. They've got to start hurrying up. Got to play ahead of the sticks. You gotta start hurrying up. Second and 4. They're gonna audible. Chase Boggs steps back. 4-man rush. Yams it deep. Hits his man, Fred Hart. What a catch. What a throw. Seems like Fresno's starting to awaken, but is it a little bit too late here for the Bulldogs? Hart on the tackle. They've been, that tells the whole story. They've been in the red zone 3 times today, 3 field goals. Split backs, it's going to be a handoff here, and runs over 1, gets maybe 3. It's a long 3, though. Clock continues to tick. You don't have this kind of time. You got to start playing with some urgency. Down 19. Second and 7. Defense playing off. They know Chadley's here. Floats that. That's, oh my, Appleby had it. The dangerous play. Chadley lives to fight another down. 3rd and 7. No more field goals. Brown, he tried to yam it, and he's sacked. Somehow hung on. How does he hang on to this ball? The grip strength of steel. Thought for sure he'd fumble that. 4th and 14. It feels like this game is on the line. Last legs for Fresno. He yams it deep, hits him! Fred Hart breathes life into Fresno. Seven minutes left, down 2 scores. The extra point here will make it 12. 28-16. There's time here for Fresno. Remember, as long as you get the stop and a touchdown before you use those timeouts, you are fine. Well, not fine, but doable. But as we know, Nebraska's their onside kick defense isn't the best. So here we go, folks. 7 minutes left. It's been a very clean Rose Bowl. Plenty of time remaining. Nebraska close it out here. One more score may just do it. Swain has plenty of time. He throws out deep. Oh, that was it. You missed it. Dropped interception by the linebacker. You had to get that. That was it. 2nd and 10 now. They stop Swain. 3rd down. Biggest play of the game for this defense, folks. 3rd and 7. Chance to keep a hell of a lot of time on the clock. 3rd down. You can get this ball back with about 6 minutes left if you get this stop. Berth to the natty on the line. 3rd and 7. Swain. He's sacked! Down he goes! 4th down. Mario Phillips. Folks, we might have a ball game here. 6 minutes. Chadley Brown gets the ball. They're going to be able to run the clock down here to to about 5 minutes and 30 seconds. You guys want to know what's important about 5 minutes, 30 seconds? Well, in week 3 against Coastal Carolina, 5 minutes, 30 seconds was when Coastal started their 27-point comeback. So here we go. Fresno gets the ball back. 12 points. See what they can do. He angles this outwards. 5 minutes, 32 seconds, down 12. Can Chadley Brown do something here? Yeah, you didn't know that, Canelli? Split backs, here we go. Chadley Brown, this is your moment. Your legacy. Brown yams this one. It's intercepted! That's Quentin Appleby! The first turnover of the day goes to the Cornhuskers. The closing speed from Appleby. And that may have just done it. 1st and 10 now for the Corn. The Corn trying to get to their second natty in 4 years. The Corn, it's a first. Five minutes left. They're going to be able to run the clock now. Fresno has to generate something massive. I love how I say legacy drive and he throws a pick. 1st and 10 here for the Cornhuskers. Going to be a run from Swain. He cuts up field. Swain with a head of speed. Or a head of steam. I don't know why I said speed. Nev first. Start to feel it now for the Corn. Date with Baylor on the line in the natty. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Julius Swain. He has a clean sheet so far. In the red zone, what's the call? It's going to be a quick throw. The bubble to Washiko, and he gets a nice gain. As that breaks the school record for passing yards, Tommy Armstrong. What a name. That's IRL, I believe. First and goal here for Nebraska. Can they punch it home? Fresno desperate for a turnover or a field goal to keep it at 2 scores. Swain with the snap. It's a handoff to Adams. He breaks one to the outside. Touchdown, Nebraska! And that's gonna do it! That very well could have just sent Nebraska to the national championship game. (35-16) is the Big 12, the infamous Big 12, who dominated the sim matchup era. Are they going to go out of this NCAA 14 era on top? The Big 12 started the NCAA 14 era with a national championship for the Iowa State Hawkeyes, or sorry, the Iowa State Cyclones. I'm going to get ripped for that. Is it going to end with a Big 12 championship team? Chadley Brown yams this one. Oh, it's Appleby again! He's rent-free in the mind of Chadley Brown. The fat lady is singing here in the Rose. She drove all the way up here from Denton. The fat lady is yodeling, yodeling, yodeling. No, the funny thing is that Iowa State's like my second or my third favorite. No, my second favorite team. Fourth down here. Hands it off. And he's not going to get it. It's Jeremy Long. Nebraska takes over. Up 19. The Nebraska fans are chugging. It's Brandon Adams again. The Corn is headed back to the Natty for the first time since season 12. And they'll face Baylor, who's made the Natty for the first time since season 11. So back-to-back runner-ups facing to be the two bridesmaids, really, facing off to be the bride. I don't know what's better, a Flame victory or a Zach victory, man. Either way, it's a fantastic ending to this era. Fourth down. They're going to bring out the field goal team this time. So to extend the lead here to 22, and it's good. I think it's safe to say I think you're not going to blow this lead. Don't worry, Zach. I think you're okay. Up 22. Fresno State getting to the semifinal is a massive achievement in of itself. The best record in the country. Great season. If this is the end of the Chadley Brown era, it's a great send-off. They're just going to give it, like, are you rolling over, Kennelly, huh? You rolling over? We got Chadley Brown dumping this one off, and Tubby Page with a big hit. Yeah, I want some yams as well. But the defense, man, just has been suffocating. And for Fresno State, man, not converting and getting those touchdowns really just took all the wind out of their sails. 3rd and 9 here for Chadley. Gonna be a quick throw. No, he yams it deep, and he hits him! Oh, he's gone right on Bogstow! Touchdown, Fresno. It's a 72-yarder. But is this a little bit too late? It's 22 points. The yamming it deep finally works. Here's the extra point. Down, what is that, 15. All right, folks, starting to get hairy. No timeouts. Here's the onside kick. Fresno State. And they don't get it. That will likely end the redemption hopes, I believe. Yeah, victory formation for the Corn. So it looks a little bit nicer for Fresno. They got their yam. Got the send-off for Chadley, but it looks like it's a little bit too late. Yep, under 120, this game is over. Over. Wait, they're running a real play. Fumble it. Fumble. Please stop the clock. Come on, make this funny. Please. Throw a pick six, please. This would be so funny. Please. Julius Swain, please throw a pick. Be so funny. 3rd and 6. That's a handoff. No, he keeps it. Force the fumble. And Vilma gives up the first. And there it is, folks. As we hit triple zeros here in the Rose Bowl semifinal, the Nebraska Cornhuskers and Coach Zach get it done. And they are headed to the national championship game to face Baylor and Coach Flame. The epic season continues. The highest highs, the lowest lows. Nebraska has a chance to end it all on top. What a game. What a day. The semifinals are over. It will be Nebraska and Baylor tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you there. What a game. It is where it should have been. Baylor and Nebraska. They were supposed to face in the Big 12 championship. It never happened. They'll meet once again to who's going to end the NCAA 14 era on top and who's going to get a trophy. Who's going to get home field merch. Who's going to get all the perks that come along with it. Who's going to get that cover athlete. Are we going to get red, white, and brown and black, or are we going to get gold and green for our season 16 cover? All Big 12 Natty coming your way tomorrow night, and I love that it's not a rematch. So it's like these teams have been they're both preseason favorites to play. They just barely been missing each other. And I have no idea who's going to win. I'm hoping because these semifinals weren't particularly close that this will be a fantastic game. Because normally it's the semifinals that are close, and then somebody blows them out. So let's take a look. I mean, for Fresno State, man, what a season. I thought maybe they could be the G5 auto bid. Never thought in my life that they'd make it all the way here. So we'll check out Chadley Brown, the O'Brien winner, 25 of 36, 374, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That was the killer. Rushing the ball, they just couldn't get anything going. Through the air, man. 2 best guys got great playing. But the defense, they couldn't get stops. If you can't stop the run, you can't stop the pass, you can't win these games. And this is a game where the talent really showed, the talent difference. So great job, Kennelly, in your first full years. But Julius Swain, man, what growth. No turnovers for him today. He had 100 yards on the ground. Brent Adams cooked as well. Ooh-wee. Going to be interesting to see this championship game is on defense. 7 tackles for loss for Jeremy Long. Dude, it was an absolute madman. 2 sacks on the day, the interception for Appleby. He had 3 deflections as well. He was just living in Brown's head. And that is going to do it, folks. Let's check out players of the game. Remember, our national championship will be tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Do not miss it. It's going to be a blast. Baylor and Nebraska. I'll post all of the game previews and stuff here shortly. All the VODs and all the highlights will be available later. And remember, folks, next week, College Football 25 comes out. I have the entire week off. I'll probably be streaming, I'm kid you not, 12 hours a day over the next week. So we'll see what happens, but it's going to be a fun time. Thank you guys so much for watching, for the follows, for the support, for the subs. Greatly appreciated. Really also helps being able to fund this awesome prize for you guys, the National Championship Trophy, the care package and stuff. It's a super cool thing, super unique. So thank you guys for all the support on Twitch, and we will catch you tomorrow.